the FBI agents couldn't understand. Even if a prisoner were allowed to roam freely within this facility, it would seem difficult for them to escape. But 3 inmates pulled off an escape that left everyone perplexed, right under the noses of the authorities. The most startling aspect is that for more than 10 hours, the authorities were not aware that they had vanished. 3 additional high-level agencies, in addition to the FBI, dedicated all of their resources to cracking this case. We are discussing a jailbreak that has not only gone unsolved for more than 60 years, but has also become one of the biggest mysteries in the world. Viewers, welcome back. The location of this notorious escape is a tiny, 22-acre island in the Pacific Ocean. Built on a large rock formation in the water, this island jail gained the nickname The Rock for hosting the world's most dangerous inmates. The island was further protected by 15-foot-high gates and round-the-clock armed guards, despite being encircled by the ocean's wide width, strong winds, and large waves. It was formally designated as an unavoidable fortress and a maximum security federal penitentiary in 1934. However, on June 11, 1962, 3 prisoners deceived the prison's strict security procedures and disappeared without a trace, shattering the reputation of this inescapable prison. The runaways Clarence England, John England, and Frank Morris were all implicated in the escape. Morris, who had a history of breaking out of jails, was also imprisoned for the same crime as the England brothers, who were jailed for bank robbery. Allen West, the 4th conspirator, was abandoned after an unsuccessful escape attempt. Allen West first suggested the concept of breaking out of Alcatraz in 1960. West, who had been incarcerated for years, knew the layout of the jail and identified Block B as a possible weak point. However, they sought to be relocated to Block B because their cells were not there at first. The actual planning started after they were all accommodated in Block B. The scheme without drawing attention to themselves, the 4 prisoners painstakingly developed their escape strategy for more than 2 years. They expanded ventilation holes at the rear of their cells with a homemade drill made from a vacuum cleaner motor and stolen spoons. In order to conceal their drilling, they placed cardboard and musical instruments in front of the holes and used background noise from jail activities. An unprotected utility passage ran to the roof beyond the cell walls. The prisoners had access to the island's perimeter from there. They used raincoats, which were provided by the institution and gathered covertly over time, to create an inflatable raft. To help them survive the perilous Pacific waters, they even invented life vests. The 3 prisoners entered the utility corridor through the holes in their cell walls on the evening of June 11, went to the roof, and used pipes to descend. Then they dropped their improvised raft into the ocean after scaling the 15-foot outer fence. When guards performed their daily count the following morning, the 3 inmates seemed to be dozing off in their cots. But closer examination revealed that their heads were fakes, constructed from plaster, paint, and soap, complete with actual hair taken from the prison barbershop. But Allen West was unable to get away. His co-conspirators were gone by the time he was able to enlarge his inadequate ventilation hole. Later, West complied with authorities and made the full plan public. The repercussions: the FBI, Coast Guard, and other authorities conducted a thorough search, but they were unable to locate the 3 men or their raft. A waterproof bag with personal possessions and bits of wood thought to be from the raft were found a few days later. No bodies, however, were ever found. Over time, a number of theories have been proposed. While some people think the men made it to the mainland, others think they drowned in the frigid waters. A purported photo of the England brothers in Brazil appeared decades later, although its veracity is still up for debate. The FBI formally terminated the case in 1979, leaving it to the U.S. Marshals Service, which is still looking into it now. After being shut down in 1963, Alcatraz prison was turned into a national park that drew tourists curious in its past and secrets.